And it amazes me how songs just speak to my soul anyway, and I hope they do yours. I'm Kathy Underwood, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm the youngest of 6 children, born to Josephine and Marshall Uden, parents who loved me very much. And I've had the privilege to live in this beautiful valley all of my life. And at the very early age of 6, I lost a sister. And I remember June telling me, when I went home that day, she came out the yard and met me, and she said, "Alleen's in heaven." And I looked up, and on that cold November day in 1961, and I thought, man, you know, Alleen's in a beautiful place right now. And that's my first recollection in my childhood about heaven. And in looking over some things recently, I came across a Bible that my mom had given me, long forgotten about. And that Bible was dated July 1962, and I know that my mom and dad had a horrible time with her death. And I just thought that, well, you know, Mom, she really wanted me to have that Bible, but did I get anything out of it? No, I didn't. And I remember at age 13, though, going to a revival at the Church of God in Dunlap and going to an altar. And I asked God to come into my life and save me and forgive me. And I know that He did. But I didn't know enough to follow through every day with godly living. But I never really thought I was doing anything wrong either, because Mom and Dad taught me right from wrong. But even though I wasn't walking daily with my God, I know that He looked over me every single day. Well, along came 18 years old. I thought I knew it all. So I married, started working, and so my life began. And that marriage lasted 13 years. My vows were not taken seriously. It was not a God-centered marriage at all. But from that marriage, I have a wonderful 34-year-old Sam, whom I am very proud of today. And I then moved on to another relationship with a man that ended in him walking out. And I'm not saying those 30 years of my life were useless. Certainly they were not. There were a lot of good times had and happy times. And during those years, I was in and out of churches, but nothing ever really serious. No place that I could feel at home. But I had no direction or purpose in my life. And during the valleys in my life from time to time, I knew something was missing, a void that I could not fill, a void that no person could fill for me, no matter how hard I tried. So I was working the best job that I ever had for about 9 years, working nights. And I lost that job due to them closing the doors. And I had the opportunity to move with that job, but I couldn't do it. I considered it because I really deep down didn't even want to think about it. Because you see, God blessed me with 2 brothers, a sister. nieces and nephews, extended family, that all I can say is they're the best. You know that old saying, you can't pick your family, you can't choose your family. Well, let me tell you, if God had given me that choice, I'd choose them all over again. I look back now and I realize how God was working so hard in my life. At a very young age, I learned that God blesses, but He also takes away. And it's times like those that we lean on Him more and we need Him more. So I was unemployed for over a year, and this church is just kind of like the little church in the Wildwood. It's always been special in my heart. And I drive up and down that highway out there and I think, well, Kathy, you know, over there's where you need to be. Over there in that church and with God, that's where I'll find the answers that I so desperately seek. And I'm glad to say that I've been going here now for a little over 2 years, maybe more. And I have got a church family that I love dearly. Last October, I was baptized and joined the church. And I just want you to know, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, it's never too late to let God be in your heart and in your life. And I just want to say that we can't rewrite history, nor can we change the past. But you know, we can let God redeem it beautifully. And that's what He's done for me. And I'm not perfect, but I know one thing. I am forgiven. And my only regret is waiting so long to live each day as best I can for God, the way that He would have me live it. Thank you.
Amen.